Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Hammer Guy Plays. Today is my birthday. Yay! Um, and I guess all of you who are in this chat right now is basically invited to my birthday of primarily watching me play Asphalt. I guess, and I guess maybe we're gonna and just like last year, I think I'm gonna have to do some quick challenges. So yeah, so something very interesting for today is that I'm gonna be doing something very special, somewhat. I am actually very near 1,000 subscribers. Very, very near, but not exactly. It's like 4 subscribers away. So unfortunately, I was unable to hit 1,000 subscribers before my birthday. However, that doesn't matter. I'm gonna do that 1,000 jumping jacks that I promised, but I'm gonna have to do it a little differently. So I guess wait for the beginning of the stream, and we're gonna get that sorted out. All right. Oh, sorry, I haven't started yet. Sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, as usual, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do my usual round of announcements on my announcement channels, and we're gonna be ready. All right. Boost your spirits of the wait. How do I wait? How do I sing this? Spirits of the ground. I'm a spark that won't go out. We can go much higher now. Gravity can't hold us down. We're only at the beginning of this one-way dream. Okay. I unfortunately do not like the default case. I unfortunately do not like the default case of uh, of my my phone. So interesting enough, my phone actually does come with a case in the box, which is kind of weird. Oh, dang it. Which is kind of weird for most most phones. However, I'd say this is good because in the event that uh you don't have a normal case yet, or like you don't have a case to actually go on your phone yet, at least you have something to use instead of just I don't know, be naked and accidentally drop your phone on the way, and then I guess burn out your phone insurance or something like that. So yeah, big yikes. Anyway, however, hey, it's not pretty, but at least it works. Just to be fair, almost pretty good already on its own. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Actually, unfortunately, I cannot start immediately. I'm gonna have to take a quick break first. Unfortunately, I accidentally need to start a bathroom break. Sorry about that. You know what? Let's get started. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Hammer Guy Plays. So, yes, it's my birthday. Woohoo! Change the quality, darn it. Okay. So, yeah, it's my birthday. Woohoo! It's actually not that difficult to. It's actually not that difficult to forget my birthday because my birthday is literally the day before 4th of July. So at least for Americans, it's probably going to be like kind of for at least for Americans, it's going to be kind of forgettable because my birthday is literally right before 4th of July. But for everyone else, it's also not that difficult because uh, yes, thank you for that, Hypersonic. I think you're also new to the stream. Thank you for joining in as well. Um, so yeah, it's not that difficult to forget my birthday because it's like it's one day earlier than America's birthday, which for most Americans is going to be, they're probably going to forget that. They're probably going to forget my birthday if I had American friends, which I kind of do. It just they're just kind of few and far between. But then again, for everyone else, in my country, it's like it's kind of easy to remember. So yeah. Anyway, let's get started because interesting enough, just like last year, just like last year, of course, I remember the Stars and Stripes spotlight also showed up literally on my birthday, which is also pretty sick. It's just that I understand that the Stars and Stripes spotlight right now is kind of uh it's kind of potato right now, so unfortunately. Also, quick announcement about this about my stuff. I may have promised the garage maxing video, and it seems like I'm 99% sure that I'm going to publish it within this week. And if I'm unable to publish it this week, there's a very high chance that something got in the way and I couldn't, record it because I've been trying to figure out a way to actually properly speak to the camera near flawlessly and still sound organic instead of trying to read from the screen and then having to occasionally look at the camera over and over again. Tommy Van, thank you for joining in, and yes, thank you for the greeting as well. I've been trying to figure out a way so that I can look at the camera naturally instead of having to look towards the screen. I understand that I can technically use NVIDIA's eye contact feature, but then again, that's going to be a little too creepy for some people. Hello MY4B as well as Lynn Rionity. Thank you for joining in as well. All right. So wait, you know what? Before I continue this timer, hold on. Quick note. So some of you may have seen my subscriber count right now. My subscriber count is reaching. Happy birthday! I'm proud of you. Keep posting videos. Thank you for that. What is this? Some of you may have noticed that my subscriber count. Merrick, thank you for joining in, and yes, thank you for the greeting as well. Dang it. So I have nearly, or at least close to 1,000 subscribers right now. My promise was I'm gonna do 1,000 jumping jacks. It's not gonna be like 1,000 jumping jacks straight because I couldn't do that. After doing those 500 jumping jacks many months ago, I don't think I can do that again. Or I don't think I'm gonna be able to perform 500 jumping jacks again and not tire myself out to still perform another 500. So we're gonna do it a little more reasonable. So I'm still gonna be doing stretch redeems for this stream. However, for this stream, I'm going to do a total of at least 1,000 jumping jacks. All right, I'm gonna be doing it. I'm gonna be doing it throughout the rest of the stream. Alright? Yes. I'm gonna be doing it for the rest of the stream, and I'm gonna slowly build up that 1000 jumping jacks. But very clearly, I'm not gonna be able to do it in one go. The most that I can probably do it is probably 300 jumping jacks for every stretch timer. For every stretch timer over here. Alright? That is the most that I can do. That is the most that I can do without having to tire myself out. Like, I can do 200 straight. I can maybe do 300 straight. But the last time I did 500 straight, I just literally crashed on the floor after that. I can, but I don't want to have to do it like in one go again. There's no way I'm going to be able to do 1,000 in one go. I can probably do 500 and then maybe 300 and then 200. But 500 and then there's no way I'm going to be able to do 1,000. And there's no way I'm going to be able to do 500. But if I make it 300, 300, 300, and then an extra 30 in between, maybe that's probably a little more reasonable. All right. So I'm gonna do that pin. All right. All right. So that's within reason. That's reasonable. Okay. So I guess we're gonna get to no more dilly dallying. We're gonna have to get into the games. Okay, wake up. All right. So right. Wait, is this pinned? Yeah, it's pinned. Okay. So first up, we're gonna do the Nissan Z GT4 event. So as you can see, that's right, I unlocked the Alfa Romeo. I've successfully unlocked the Alfa Romeo because I got a little lucky on the gacha packs, and I was able to get the Gia GT-AM. Now, for today, I think the only car that I currently don't have maxed is the 911 Turbo 50. To be honest, for a very long time, I kind of wanted to get this car unlocked. Not only unlocked, but also maxed. Right. Literally at July 3. Now, you remember the last time I said, for cars that you don't really value, just max them out at 6 stars, and then leave it at stage 10 or stage 8, depending on the class, right? I'm gonna show you guys. This car is currently stage 10, or the equivalent of 4 stars performance. Let's see if I can do this one. 8 nitro bottles, 1 minute 15. And I'm not gonna even try to be alien here. Like, I'm gonna be reasonable, but not alien. Like, reasonably skilled. 8 nitro bottles is actually pretty tough when you think about it. Because sometimes it forces you to take much shorter paths. Or paths that don't give you much speed. Come on. Alright. I'm a free-to-play player. Is a Volcano Titanium good? Yes, if you can stomach the really bad nitro, it's actually reasonably good as a starter car for S class. All right, 1 minute 12 seconds. This car is technically 6 stars, but it's only 4. But it's 4 stars performance. What does the condition say again? Let's see it again. Oh, I actually got the perfect nitro condition. Nice. One minute 15. Reminder: this is the 6 star. This is the 6 star requirement, and my car is not even at 6 stars, or at least it's 6 stars, but it's 4 stars performance. So I would say 3 stars or 4 stars is usually the time when a car actually gets legitimately good for many conditions, like even 6 star conditions. Like if you're reasonably skilled. However, it's not like super what is this? Super debilitating. Like if a car is like anywhere between 1 to 2 stars, yes. Sorry, if a car is anywhere between 2 to 3 stars, I would say that that would be like relatively debilitating for in a lot of cases. But in the case of S-Class cars, I think 3 stars is mostly enough. Now, I would not use that. That is not a competitive advice for multiplayer, though. I'm talking about like using it for events to complete conditions. I would say 3 or 4 stars is reasonably performant. Reasonably performant. The reason why I keep the SVJ at these stars, the reason why I keep the SVJ at 4 stars, like at stage 10, like why not upgrade it to why not upgrade it to stage 13? Here's the problem. I'm gonna be spending 12 million for a car that doesn't even perform. I think the J's slightly better. Okay, I'm gonna get to you in a bit. Van Play Games, thank you for that suggestion. I'm gonna get to you later. There's a good reason why. There's a legitimately good reason why I don't have the SVJ maxed out. It is currently at maximum stars. However, it is not like maximum upgraded. Like I have the means to upgrade it, I just choose to not upgrade it. I just max start it so that I can get rid of its blueprints out of the legend store. There's a reason why. I'm gonna show you guys. Let me finish this race. Okay. Right. Here's a quick rant. Hopefully this won't take long. Here's a quick rant about the Aventador SVJ and the J. Look at this. The SVJ is here. It's next to the 918 Spider. It's next to the Senna GTR. It's next to the VLF Force 1. And of course the Vanda. Where's the SVJ? The SVJ... Sorry, that is the SVJ. The J is way up here. All of these 6-star cars, Vanda, Dagato, 9x8, 570S, Batista NF, Onyx, 07S, all of these cars. And the Aventador J is here. I'll give you some extra context. When can you unlock the J? When do you have access to the J's blueprints? Level 15. When do you have access to the SVJ's blueprints? Level 31. By the time you reach level 31, there's a very large chance that you've already maxed out the J. Right? So you're going to max out the J way sooner than the SVJ will. So not only that, so that's problem number 1, accessibility. Number 2, cost. You know how much does it take to max out a 5-star car, an epic car? It costs about 20 million credits. That is from 0 to gold. Do you know how much is 20 million? 20 million is the cost that it takes to max out the car's, a 6-star car's stage upgrades. This is more expensive than this. Okay. What is this? What about blueprint requirement? It takes 160 something blueprints to max out the Inventor J. It takes 267 blueprints. Oh god, not again. It takes 267 blueprints to max out the SVJ. And here's the thing. This car has incredibly similar stats with the J. So you're spending more resources to gold this car only for it to perform on par with this car. Why? Why does this car exist when this exists? Just use this. That's why. Now, you might be thinking, why did I leave it at stage 10? Why don't, if this car is such trash, if this car is like so trash, its existence is invalidated by the J, which, by the way, if you're familiar with Lamborghini's naming scheme, SVJ is supposed to be their fastest variant of the Aventador. It's supposed to be the fastest variant of their supercars, right? So SV means super veloce, meaning very fast, and then J means Yelte, I think. I keep forgetting the name. I think it also means fast. I could be wrong. Please correct me. But my point is, the SVJ is supposed to be the fastest variant of whatever it's attached to. And it's true. This car is definitely faster than the J. But all of its other stats are worse. Or rather, it's not like worse, but it's like slightly worse. If you're gonna put these cars side by side or race them head to head at gold, you probably won't notice the difference. Well, for most people, if the difference is like mere milliseconds, it's like, yeah, what's the difference? But when you see the context, this is a 6-star car, and the other one is a 5-star car. This is more expensive than the J in this game. So why am I gonna invest in this car? That's the problem. Perspective. As important as being smart is, perspective is also very important. It means super veloce Yota. Okay, thank you. So J means Yota, and then super veloce means very fast, right? So it's already fast, and it's already very fast, and it's also fast. So it's basically fast squared, right? The difference is, wait, 359. The Aventador J, to my knowledge, is like 380 kilometers per. Wait, no. 363.8. Hold on. Okay, 378. the Aventador SVJ can go up to 380. But at 3 kilometers, are you going to notice the difference in a... Yeah, at 3 kilometers, are you going to notice the difference? If it's like a really short drag race, then yes, it's probably going to matter. But in like a 6 kilometer race, that's a lot of time for these two cars to actually catch up. So my point being, why should I spend on this when I already have this? Which is the reason why I kept... But then again, here's the thing. Why did I leave it at stage 10? Stage 10 is like the peak of its efficiency, of its EXP efficiency. And basically, if it's not useful for events at the moment, and it's not useful for competition, I might as well use it for farming. Right? I'm basically gonna milk the EXP out of this thing. And stage 10 is like the most that you're going to get, is the most EXP that you're going to get before you reach stage 11 and 12. Stage 11 and 12 is like more expensive than all the first 10 stages. And it's even more expensive than stage 13. So after this, by the time you reach stage 11 and 12, it's going to be like the point of no return. It's no longer a card that you can farm for EXP. Yeah, it's no longer a card that you can farm for EXP. It's now you're upgrading that card for competition reasons. The only thing, but unfortunately, because I don't see any reason to upgrade this car, it's just gonna be my main MP2 car. That's it. However, at 377 kilometers per hour, that's still pretty fast, so I can't really complain. So somebody said the SVJ was free some time ago and I have it. Yes. Another thing to note is that there's something really weird about the SVJ. The SVJ is one of those cars that are available as a Legend Store credits buyable blueprint, and at the same time, it is also available as a trade points car. Oh, there's also that, I guess there's also that factor. Because this is an Epic 6 car and not an Epic car, this car's blueprints cost, I think, 228,000 credits per blueprint. An Epic car is usually around 100 something thousand. I kind of forgot already. I think 100 around 160,000. So in order to actually buy the car's blueprints in the Legend Store, it's actually more expensive. So overall, this car is just more expensive, and it doesn't perform better than the J, except for one stat. Yes, it's given free by the player. I think I remember it was like during what was that? After the disappointing Black Friday spotlight where all of the cars there, yeah, the Black Friday spotlight where all of the cars are key cars and you can't really win any of them unless you already own them. Yeah, it was basically the car was basically given wholesale for free to literally everyone. So, but then again, for me, it was like basically, it's basically free garage. It's basically free garage trade points. Ghost Next on 24, thank you for joining in. So yes, the car was straight up given for free. However, I already maxed out the car, so I don't have to worry about this car. I don't have to worry about this car bothering me in future. I don't have to worry about this car bothering me in future packs, so it doesn't get in my way, which is good. Come on. So for the most part, for the SVJ, I'm relegating it to just MP2. I'm not gonna spend 12 million. I'm not going to spend 12 million credits when I literally have other cars to spend on. Like for example, my recently unlocked Porsche 911 GT2. If the J has 6 stars, I would probably, if the J has 6 stars, I would reasonably respect it. However, the car's only 5 stars, so I already respect it even more. And remember, the number of stars that it has also determines the number of fuel that it currently has, right? Okay, these two are the only ones that are remaining. Okay, because remember, the base number of fuel for a 6-star car is just 3 fuel, right? Well, the base at least. Did you already watch the eSport Pro AM yesterday? Unfortunately, no. I was unfortunately busy tagging my clips, which at this point is to me at this point it feels like a Herculean task at this point. However, it does yield results, so I'm completely okay with it. Alright. I'm currently 6 blueprints away from the ZGT4. If I complete this, so that means that this gives me 2 extra, 36. That means, wait a minute. No. Oh yeah, so for those who are not familiar, by the way, since I have almost every car in this event maxed out. The GT4 appeared on the Chimera DS a while ago. Yes, correct, it did. It appeared in... Yeah, it appeared in the Chimera DS, that's why. And then, way before, like earlier this year... Oh, it was literally last year, around this time of the year, around this time in July, I think around this time in June. That was when this event showed up as well, and that was where everyone got their hands on a 2-star Nissan Z. At bare minimum, a 2-star Nissan Z. Alright. So at this point, by the time I reach stage 9, all I have to do is spend a little bit of whaling, and then I guess get this car to max stars. I guess collect my EXP. Honestly, I don't care if the ZGT4 is mid. If I get it to 4, if I get it to 6 star, if I get the car to 5 stars, good, because the next time that this car shows up as a support car, I don't have to worry. Right? It's good. I don't care that it's mid. Like, look at my collection. Look at my collection of 5-star C-class cars. Look at it. Wait. Hellcat. GT3R. R8. LFA. Oh boy. Look at my collection. Look at my collection of 5-star C-class cars. I'll be honest, I don't really care if it's mid. I mean, come on. If it's like 2 or 3 blueprints away from getting to max, are you gonna deny yourself a free EXP? Right? Right. When is the Mistral SE? The Mistral SE is coming this Tuesday, I think. Yeah, the Mistral SE is coming this Tuesday. So when the Cerbera Drive Syndicate ends, it's going to be replaced with the Mistral SE. Yeah. So for me, in my case, I would clearly go for the packs as well. I guess for me, what really triggered me is the fact that I don't have the 911 Turbo 50 at max. Okay. Alright. The moment you've all been waiting for. Or I guess the moment that you don't want to wait for. Shri Vardan Gamer, thank you for joining in, and thank you for the greeting. Alright. As an Asphalt veteran, I think this is the first time this is the very first time in my entire encounter with these older cars that I have a car that is that is not more than 1 star. I kind of forgot how I unlocked this car. To be honest, I kind of forgot how I unlocked this car, so heck. And I'll be honest, it would have been better if they featured more American cars. Now, if they feature the Totara again, I think that's going to be a little redundant. Some people said this could have been an awesome chance to introduce the Corvette C8. The only major saving grace of the Corvette Grand Sport 4JE, that's what I'm calling it, 4JE, because that's going to be super long. The only saving grace of the Corvette 4JE would be its top speed. Its top speed can go up to 390 kilometers per hour. It's like, in a lot of ways, I think it's kind of like imagine a Valhalla with more agile stats, or rather more spammy stats. Yes. I still have 3 tickets. Okay, that's good. You can preview the car's performance actually in the overclock showcase. American US events stay very less. At least last time it was like 11 days, now it's 9 days only. Yeah. I remember the time when the Stars and Stripes season was like a whole season. So this is how it performs. However, quick disclaimer, this is overclocked. That's its top speed, 391 kilometers per hour. However, because this is overclocked, I think this is like, I think the probable top speed is probably like around 386 or 387. So it's like, it's very close to the Valhalla, but not really. Now the nitro efficiency lasts slightly less compared to the regular Corvette, the Corvette GS. I tried so hard to the top 1% is. I tried so hard to get to the top 1% board, but failed a lot. So I must stick to the top 10. Damn. Okay, that's pretty good. So yeah, in a lot of ways I can... So how many years? Okay, quick note. I have a personal policy that if somebody asks my age, I'm not going to directly say my age. However, I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to hide my age. So I'm going to say my age in a different way. So how old am I right now? I am 2 to the 5th years old. That's it. If you say the answer, I'm not going to confirm or deny, but I'm not going to hide it either. So if you know your math, good luck with that. If you know your math, okay, good. If you don't know your math, well, too bad. Like imagine, you know what would have been nice? If your bank account is written in exponential math or in a math formula so that scammers can't really read your bank account. Because if scammers read your bank account, they're gonna try harder to scam you. But if they have to try even harder to try to read your bank account, it's probably gonna be not worth it. So how would you put this? Like it's like saying, instead of saying you owe me 100 pesos. Wait, hold on. Instead of saying you owe me 100 pesos, what if I say you owe me 1,000 centavos? No, that's not even right. What if I say you owe me 10,000 centavos? that sounds like troll math when you think about it. It's like, hey, you owe me 1,000 centavos. You owe me 10,000 centavos. Oh wait, centavos. All right. Am I missing something here? Okay. You know what? I actually forgot about the song. I nearly forgot about the new Sonic missions. What am I missing? Wait, DSE 10s? Alright then, fine. Oh boy. I need to do this 3 times. Oh, sorry, 2 times. Okay, fine. You owe me 10,000 cents, yes. Or $100. So, yeah. People are going to see the big number first before they realize it's in cents. So that's like troll math. Another thing is like if you say that you weigh 1/4 of a ton. People are going to take a while to process fractions. Yeah, people are gonna take a while to process fractions first before seeing the unit. So if you say you weigh 1/4 of a ton, 1/4 takes a while to. Yeah, 1/4 takes a while for you to process, but you're gonna see ton. So that's gonna get you concerned. But then 1/4 of a ton is like 250 pounds. So, yeah. So if you're 250 pounds, yeah, you need to get that checked. Well, unless you're American, then I guess that's kind of normal for people. So. Dang it. Got distracted. And to be fair, even as a math nerd, I actually understand that math itself is kind of a relatively feared subject. For me, it's kind of natural, but for most people, they kind of don't like it if they have to calculate a bunch of stuff. So that's why again, if you play the semantics game, you can also delay the amount of time that you can delay the amount of time that people can react. So it's like writing your messages in the codex. I mean, when you think about it, math itself is a universal language. It's just that it's a language that's not. It's just that math itself is not exactly a language that many people want to talk about, since, you know, they don't like getting confused way too easily. So if I say my age in exponential math, they're gonna have to think twice about asking. They're gonna have to think twice about asking my age again next time. That's why in my upcoming video about garage maxing or EXP farming meta, I will also mention that. I might be a math nerd, but I don't like seeing decimals. Nobody likes seeing decimals. Five, 4, 3, nope. Like, I think when you're talking about, what is this? I don't drink. However, one common metric of how, what is this? One common metric of how physically drunk you are is blood alcohol content, right? Most of the time, blood alcohol content is like measured in percent. I'm not sure if it's percent, but it's like measured in is it like it's measured in percent per milligram or something like that. But then again, 0.2, I think 0.2% of blood alcohol content is like already considered as kind of life-threatening. As like measuring how drunk you are. Like that is a biological measure of how drunk you are, like how physically drunk you are. Now, that's different from how that's different from how mentally drunk you are, right? Like, somebody can be a lightweight and then they can easily pass out from just one bottle, and then somebody is like incredibly tough and then they can drink like 5 bottles in one go. So there's that issue. But if you're talking about the biological reality of how drunk someone is when, you know, somebody is caught drunk driving or allegedly drunk driving, PAC is like a no BS measurement. But then if you look at the measurement, it's like 0.2% is considered 0.2% blood alcohol content is like it considered as life threatening. 0.2%? Oh my god! Like, that's already percent, and percent already, like, if you're gonna compare that in like normal decimals, that is like 0.00 and then 2. What the heck? So if you're gonna have to present a bunch of stuff in decimals, it doesn't look nice. So in my upcoming Godzilla proof. You're gonna love my upcoming video, because I'm gonna show you something very important. My latest video on my channel right now is me reaching garage level 60. And as you can see here, I am at garage level 60. But look at the number of cars that I do have. That's not normal. I'm not kidding. That's not normal. Every time that you see somebody who's garage level 60, they are probably somewhere around 300 cars. But I reached garage level 60 with only 279 cars. Well, during the time that I reached garage level 60. So, is the Donk D8 worth upgrading because I just unlocked it? Okay. Merrick, did you comment a while ago that your garage level? Okay, I'm not sure. If you ask me, if you are like less than garage level 20, I would strongly recommend just, just take what you can get. The game is basically giving you the Donk D8 for basically free. And that's basically free star ups. And free star ups basically doesn't cost any. Oh, dang. Okay. If you are like less than garage level 10 or even heck garage level 15, I would strongly recommend that if the game basically gives the car to you for free, just take it. Like, compare this. I'm gonna mention this in my garage maxing video. In order for you in the Legends store, the ideal way to buy blueprints is by spending credits, and that's gonna get you star ups, and therefore that's gonna get you EXP, right? The problem there is that if you spend credits on blueprints, it's actually I actually recently discovered that it's kind of inefficient that is an inefficient way to gather EXP. Now, if it's like you're buying one at a time or maybe two at a time, that's okay. But if you're trying to speed run run the car's garage level up, if you're like at zero blueprints, if you're like, what is a recent example? Okay, the Veyron GS. If you're trying to speed run your way, this is currently 3 stars, right? If you speed run your way to 54 blueprints using only credits, that is a horrible way to farm credits. That is a horrible way to farm EXP. You're basically spending 3 million. Okay, some of you may have noticed. Okay, wait, let me illustrate to you a point. This is a little bit of another, this is yet another garage maxing rant. Let me show you guys. Okay. This is a poll that I showed before. 5 blueprints for an unready car versus expensive upgrades for a mid car. These are both bad decisions when you think about it. However, which one is a better option? Okay, wait. If you buy 5 blueprints, one after the other in the Legends store, you're basically paying for the price of 10 blueprints and you're only getting 5. You spent 200% of the base price of a single blueprint in trying to buy 5. The problem, here's the problem. You get nothing. Or at least nothing right now. You're essentially buying a promise. Right? You're basically buying a promise. It doesn't get you anything right now. If this was 30 out of 36, I would probably change my mind. And that's a good way to actually get the car to the finish line. Well, for that star. But at 0 out of 36, this gets you nothing. You literally drained 2.28 million credits that you could have spent on another car that is multiplayer ready. Now, what about stage 13 a stage 13 upgrade and 11 uncommon part upgrades, which will get you to 2.5 million? But it's for a mid car. You know what this gets you? It doesn't get you, of course, the car is mid, okay. However, you know what this gets you? Even if you're not going to use this car, it gets you EXP. This one has an immediate reward. Yes. Now, okay, I'll be fair. Remember my big rant a while ago about the SVJ, and I chose to not upgrade it, right? Because the car itself is kind of invalidated by the existence of the J. All right, I understand that. But but here's the thing, both of these options are bad. But if you're forced to choose one of these two options, fact of the matter, option B is actually, I have evidence to prove that option B is better. All right? Because you get EXP from option B. Option A, you get nothing. You're basically buying a promise. So, that's my stance about this one. You're basically, if for option letter A, you're speed running your way towards the star up, which is going to get you EXP when you start the car up. That's good. If it's stage 13 for a car that is also ready, that is like multiplayer ready, like if it's for a really good car. The problem is that when you start up this car, like let's say for example, this car's like really close to stage 5 or 5 stars. And then this one is a really good car. This one, you bought 5 you spent 2.28 million. But now you have to spend another you have to spend another 6.5 million to buy the upgrades to get the car to 5 stars. Whereas this one, you can spend it now and you get an immediate performance benefit, and you get it to like, multiply, like MP ready. So regardless of how you slice it, even if both of these are good options, the second option is actually still better. Which is, so my point is, okay, that is a very long rant. What is my point? If the game gives you free blueprints, I would strongly suggest that you take it. All right, I would strongly suggest that you just take the blueprints if it's like giving it to you. It's free EXP. Even if you don't upgrade the car, it's free EXP. And if you upgrade the car, well, you technically bought the EXP. But the startup EXP is basically free. Right? Number 1, it's free EXP. It's free real estate. Number 2, this car, the Donk D8 has a very high chance of being featured in the future event. Right? As you see here, where is it? This is what happens if you have all of these cars maxed out. Alright? If I buy this one, I don't have to get these cars, and I can focus my tokens on this one. Alright? Now, okay, this this is a special event for a blueprint unlock car, so it might not matter much. But if this was a key, if this was a key, if this was for a keyed car, my God, this is gonna be super useful. That all of your cars are like maxed out, right? So vandalism. So my point is, if you're a relatively low garage level player, for like a starting off player, if the game gives you free EXP, gives you free cars, just take it. That's an opportunity for that's gonna, the more cars you have, that's gonna unlock more opportunities. But I would say the more higher value cars that you have, that's gonna unlock even more opportunities. I mean, look at my Class A roster. Look at my Class A roster. Not all of them are gold, but almost all of them. Well, I wouldn't say almost all of them, but a lot of them are maxed out. Actually, this is the main reason why I'm at garage level 60. It's because of these Class A cars. Now, okay, way close to the end, it's obviously a little more sus because there's less and less. But even the keyed cars is like 5 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars, 2 stars. My point being, if the game is giving it to you for free, just take it. And even if you're, especially if you're at a lower garage level, if you're a lower level player, if you have more higher value cars, like cars that are closer to maxed out, that's gonna unlock more opportunities for you. All right. So if it's not gonna be useful for you in multiplayer, it's gonna be useful for you in wait. There's like 3 parts. All right. Three aspects of usefulness for every car: event access, competition utility, farming. All right. If there's no event, if it's not useful to you right now, it's probably gonna be useful to you later in the future event. All right. If the car's an end game card, there's a very high chance that it's gonna be useful for multiplayer. And if the car is not useful for A and B, it should at least be useful for farming. What is your favorite car in each class? All right, I'm gonna quickly answer that. For Class A, for Class D, it's probably the Taycan. For Class C, this is difficult for me to decide. It's this one. It's a tie between this one, the Shelby GR1, and this one. That's for Class C. For Class B, by the way, I'm pretty sure you're asking for favorite, alright? My favorite one in Class B, peak performance. It's even in the name. Unfortunately, I don't use this as much because there's definitely others, but in terms of favorite, it's definitely the Apex. For Class A, the one that I have used the most, well, for long time viewers, I'm pretty sure you guys know the answer to this one. It's this one, for sure. And then finally, for Class S, dang it, why did you disconnect? Dang it. Dang it. For Class S, oh, that's a tough one. I would say it's a tie for me, for Class S. The Sion. Close second is definitely... Oh. You guys know this one. If you guys don't know me for this short, if you guys don't know me because of this car, then I strongly suggest that you guys watch my my most viewed YouTube short. It's definitely this one. All right, Apex. I remembered when I was during Asphalt 9, when it was not Asphalt Legends Unite and not Asphalt Legends. My most used everybody was basically spamming the Huracan. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. And what I did was that I was spamming the Apex because, yeah, screw you all, I guess. When I was a beginner, I really wanted the Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo, and I didn't know it was key locked. So I wasted all my... Damn, alright. Yeah. Yeah. Too bad. Actually, something as an Asphalt veteran, you guys may actually notice something. Did you know, with the exception of one car, this one, every single Class D epic car, that means 5 stars, every single Class D epic car is key locked. Did you guys notice that? Yeah, all of them are key locked. They're either... All of them have been featured in a Grand Prix. Yeah, all of them have been featured in the Grand Prix. And all of them are key locked. So if you haven't been around like as long as I am in this game, they're probably as rare as 6-star cars in everyone's garage. Like there was a time when my percentage of ownership for S-Class cars in my garage is basically the same. Is basically the same as D-Class epic cars. It was insane. All right. So it's already. Okay, I did not start the timer on my I did not start a timer on my stream, but my watch already ran. So you know what? Let's do it. So even if you did subscribe or not, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do likes as well. All right. So you guys know what's coming. 330 jumping jacks. Four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? This isn't going anywhere. Hold on. So I did the 30. Let's do the 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 40, 1, 2, 40, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 20, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 1. Okay, 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 okay. 230. I just need to. I, I, I'm gonna have to stretch my calves after this. I just need to do 100 more for this stretch break. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 20, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to stretch. God. I remember months ago when I did the when I did the 500 jumping jacks. Oh my God. The soles of my feet were on fire. My God. Actually, no. The limit of my jumping jacks. The limit of my jumping jacks is actually limited by how much the soles of my feet can take it. Because after 200, the soles of my feet were basically on fire. So the time that I had to do the 500 jumping jacks, I was wearing shoes. I'm not wearing shoes right now. Okay, my God. So unfortunately, I could not do the 300 straight. Okay. All right. So 660 to go. Yeah, 660 to go. I'm gonna do a quick check. I'm gonna do a quick check on my. I'm gonna do a quick check on my YouTube. How many subscribers do I have right now? I currently have 997. Holy crap! Damn. Okay. All right. So to those who did subscribe, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do. I'm not gonna do um specific stretch redeems for you guys because unfortunately, by the time I'm my my feet is gonna be on fire at that point. Okay. So I guess over the course of this stream, I'm gonna be doing the rest of the 600 plus jumping jacks. So okay. Right, let's get back to it. We're gonna do some Gauntlet. You know, here's something really interesting. Because Gauntlet... Here's something really interesting. Gauntlet doesn't last for... Gauntlet does not last for 7 days. Gauntlet lasts for 8 days. So because of that, there can be 2 Thursdays when Gauntlet is... Every Thursday of the month right now, Gauntlet is available on Thursday. It's just that there are some... there's just definitely half of the month... half of the month is Gauntlet. But plus 2 extra days. So, there's that. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's... Train Spotter for 25 seconds. Meiji Rush for 25 seconds. These 2 are a threat. Run in the Park for 24 seconds. You're really hitting me with that double roundabout 32 seconds, huh? Alright, fine. Train Spotter, was it? I have not used Time Attack with Train Spotter yet, so I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, I understand. You know, here's the thing. Here's my thoughts of the spot. Here's my thoughts of the 4th of July Spotlight event. I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed that the Venom is not featured in the Spotlight. I'm pretty sure that's how everybody feels about the current Spotlight event. However, they kind of made it worse by having less cars featured. If there was at least 6 cars featured for the Spotlight event, like last year there was quite a lot of American cars that was featured, right? If they featured more cars for the current Stars and Stripes Reignited Spotlight, and then it primarily features the Corvette 4JE. That's my shorthand for that. I would have been okay with that. Like it gives a chance. It gives the chance to actually it gives a chance to actually get more blueprints for older cars that you will probably have. Do you have the Devil? I don't. If you ask me, the Devil is too expensive. And besides, why do I need the Devil when I have this car? If I want to go fast, I have this car, right? Oh, I also have the Tushek as well, so there's that. It's just that I can't really exactly use those cars in MP1, unfortunately, because they're a little underpowered. Like I can use those cars for Legend League. I just have to keep my expectation reasonably low because I can't expect a 2-star car to butt heads with a 5-star car or more. Oh, by the way, for those who are relatively new, okay. For those who are For those who are relatively new to the game, that's my pro advice for you. If you intend to go to MP1, please prepare a fleet of please prepare a garage full of 5 stars. 5 stars is like the bare minimum that I would recommend if you want to have a reasonable chance at butting heads with other competitive players. Like yeah, if you want to have a reasonable chance of butting heads with other players in multiplayer, I would strongly suggest that you have most of your cars, or the car that you're currently using should at bare minimum be at 5 stars. If it is like 4 stars or less, okay, that's a reason. That's a start. But I shouldn't expect it to win like almost every time. You did use the 9x8? Yes. A very drifty boy. Yeah, there's a reason why I decided to not use the 9x8 there. I still have a long way to 5 stars. Yeah. But my point is this. If you have a long way to any of your cars at 5 stars, I mean, the best option there is to participate in MP2 very often. Now, not necessarily 5 stars. I mean 5-star performance. Like, you can have a 6-star car. You can technically have like a 6-star car, but you don't have stage 13. You don't have stage 13. And that's completely okay. Right? I don't need to stay there. Why do I make that decision? Why do I make that distinction? I'll give you some context. I have a direct comparison here. Here's a car that I currently have at 5 stars, or currently at stage 12. Do you know the difference between 5 stars and 6 stars? I can show you guys. What is a car that I... No. Maybe Class B? No? Okay, fine. Dang it, it doesn't show. Okay, let me explain. A 5-star car, okay, a 5-star car, the maximum stage of a 5-star car is stage 12. Alright? That is the maximum stars of a 5-star car. Ahmed, thank you for joining in, and thank you for the greeting. All right. A 5-star car usually tops out at stage 12. A 6-star car has 1 extra stage. It's stage 13. For a lot of the veterans, at what garage level do I move up to Division 4 in Gauntlet? Okay, hold on. Let me. Hopefully this is quick. Your division is based on your total rank of your highest ranked cars. All right. So if you go to the garage sorting, if you go to the garage filter, and then you sort by rank in the descending order, your division is determined by getting the top 5 highest ranked cars of your garage. Yeah, getting the top 5 highest ranked cars of your garage, and then you get the total. When you get that total, the top 5, that places you on that division. That's how that works. Yes. If you want to get promoted to stage 4, if you want to get promoted to division 4, you need to have 19,000, at least 19,000 to 22,000 rank for your five highest rank cars. Yeah, that's how that works. You can theoretically be garage level 60. Theoretically speaking, you can play the system. You can beat garage level 60 and still be at division 4 by simply not unlocking the special hunt cars. Yeah, by not unlocking the special hunt cars. And if you unlock some key cars via special events, you can just simply not upgrade them past stage 8. That's an option, right? And if you want a car key via a special hunt, you can just simply not unlock it. That's an option. I got the Vision 1789 to 6 stars, maxed out at 5 stars in remaining stage 13. Okay. For Godzilla proof, that's good. That's good because this car's mid, unfortunately. Now, since you said that you're a relatively young player in this game, this car is comparable to the Terzo Millennium. So if you don't have the Terzo Millennium and you have this car instead, you know what? That's completely fine. So yeah, you can theoretically be garage level 60 and still be at division 4 by simply exploiting this fact. Now, if you're already at division 5, you can't really do anything about that. You can't exactly, redact. You can't exactly, take back seize your upgrades, unfortunately. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the difference between an epic and an epic 6 car, or the difference between stage 5, sorry, the difference between 5 stars and 6 stars is stage 13. But for the majority of you who are relatively veterans, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have encountered this car, the Speedtail. For most Starway cars, the expectation is that you're going to get those. If you have like all of the required support cars, you can get the Speedtail to 5 stars, right? And if you're going to be unable to collect Speedtail blueprints for a very long time, because the Speedtail blueprints are like way up here. Where is it? The Speedtail blueprints are like way up here. Here's a very disappointing spoiler. The difference between stage 12 and stage 13 is not that different. You're not going to feel a difference between stage 13 and stage 12. I assure you. But there's a reason why. At stage 12, you only have access to 2 epics. At stage 13, you have access to 4 epics. But if your epic stash looks like this, like you have no epics to apply, then there's no difference. You won't feel a difference. So, the difference between stage 12 and stage 13, the actual stage upgrade doesn't really make a difference. What it does get you is that stage 13 gives you the option to put all of your epic parts in. And if you have none of the epic parts, then you're basically throwing 9 million up. You're basically throwing 9 million into oblivion. Or rather, I mean, you do get a performance upgrade, but you're not going to really notice the difference. So, yeah. So, if you're comparing stage 12 and stage 13, it's not that different. If you're comparing stage 12 to gold, Okay, that's a legitimate difference. Yeah, so that's my point. If you're comparing stage 13 to a gold car, then yes, that's a difference. So, what is the point I'm trying to make? 5 stars is the bare minimum that you need in order for you to have a car that is competitive for its what is this? 5 stars is the bare minimum that you need for a car to be competitive within its starting sub league. So for MP1 example, if you want the Speedtail to be competitive against all of these cars in this sub league, you need the car to at bare minimum be at 5 stars. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that you should not upgrade your car to stage 13. Okay? If you ask me, as much as possible, you would want to get your car to, you know, put its best foot forward. Right? You would want your car to put its best foot forward in multiplayer, like to have every advantage possible. But just understand that stage 13, the actual upgrade stage 13 doesn't get you that much performance. Again, Starway unfortunately does not give you epics, which is really, really sad. If the Speedtail gets featured in a special event where it gives you a butt ton of epics, then that's good. Because I assure you, the chances that these cars, I already golded these cars and they're still showing up. They repeat, unfortunately. How long does it take to reach garage level 60? If you're a veteran like me who started all the way since 2018, I only reached garage level 60 like last month. Yeah, around last month. My brother is garage level 60 and he has 341 cars. Is that normal? Unfortunately, yes. The normal expectation of garage level 60 is that you have 300 cars. However, I am this guy. I'm this guy. I'm a nerd. So what is my point? I have basically exploited the EXP system so that I have lesser cars than everyone. And I'm not a whale. Like there's like 10 cars. There's like a good 10 cars that I have there's like a good 10 cars that I did pay for because it was included in a legend pass. But the biggest whale car that I probably spent is probably this one. Probably, but it's like $5. Now, technically speaking, you can technically get this car for free if you're willing to waste like 2 weeks of your life. But I got this car for $5 at 2 stars. So yeah, your brother also started at 2018. Now, as a free-to-play player, I'm obviously not a whale. Like I'm like the occasional whale, but not like a whale. Like I'm the occasional pay-to-win player, but then again, I'm not a whale. I mean, look at the edge of the garage. I have none of these cars. Zero blueprints. Zero blueprints. Zero blueprints. I don't know where I got these 2 blueprints. I also don't know where I got these 2. This one I got from a special event. 0 blueprints. Hey, I got this one. The popper. But the king tier cars, I literally have none of these. I'm a free-to-play player that has exploited the EXP system, which is how I got to garage level 60. Which is why by the way, that is my next video, by the way. That is my next major video. To help you guys. Like, there are many people who have, like, mountains of credit and they don't know what to do with it. Why? Because they're willing to dump all of their money onto some S-class car. Look, if your strategy is to just hoard and hoard and hoard and you still think it's not enough, then that means there's something wrong. The average daily player the average daily Asphalt player only earns 3 million a day. That's not a lot of credits to work with. Daho Rent 1, thank you for joining in. I am okay. Alright, I already went on a tangent. This is like a massive tangent for me. Why am I not promoted yet? Dang it. The heck? Player 3 fail. Railroad bus. Yeah, I don't even have to. You know what? Wait, I'm curious. I have not used this car in Gauntlet yet, and I should, and I know I should. I lost my account in 2024. Haha, I had already stopped playing in 2023 and didn't even know that it was going to be renamed Unite, but I had it linked on Facebook. Alright. Yeah, I keep hearing about the Facebook one, but I haven't seen it like ever for some reason. It's so weird. You know, I wanna see how good this thing is. So icebreakers. This is not the normal card that I use for icebreakers, unfortunately. Gezira. So because this guy is a sandbag player, I might as well use some experimental cars. Yeah, the vast majority of people who are like veterans, who are like really old players, that is actually a common story. They lost their account. Which is kind of sad. So to answer your question, how long does it take to reach garage level 60? If you open an account right now, the soonest that you can get to garage level 60 is probably 3 years. The reason is because compared to back then, back in 2018, there's not really much cars to work with. So they're not giving us much cars. But as of right now, outside of the new cars that are being featured, they're always featuring like older cars in other events. So that gives you a lot of opportunity to, like, other than the new cars, there's also the support cars that you can win. So the speed at which you earn like a lot of cars, the rate at which you earn a lot of cars is like much faster compared to way back then. Compared to me, at best I earn like approximately 3 cars or 4 cars every season. That's the most common. Okay, that was a bad time. Wait, this guy's on Evo. So if you're a really old player, trying to earn new cars is like, trying to unlock new cars is like much slower. If you're a relatively new player, it's kind of super easy to get 100 cars before. It's kind of super easy to earn like 100 cars before garage level 10. Now I have not tried it myself, but anecdotally that's what I've heard. Okay, that was an accident. Okay, that was pretty bad. For context, my best time is like 33 seconds per Gauntlet, so. The Fenrir Super Sport. If you ask me, one thing that's interesting about the Fenrir Super Sport is that the Fenrir Super Sport is like the unicorn of the original garage. This car is part of the original 50 cars that was in the game when the game launched. However, this is the only car of the original 50 that you cannot get as a free-to-play player. or at least you cannot easily get it. The king of the game, which is the Chiron, you can... The king of the game, the Chiron, you can get it at garage level 20. Now, it's kind of a unicorn, to be fair, but considering that this only requires 200 blueprints, it's actually much easier to get compared to other cars. It's easier to actually max compared to other cars. And for a lot of younger players, this is going to be their best car for a very long time. Yeah, this is going to be their best car for a very long time until it reaches, like, you unlock any of these cars, like, past this. So, yeah. Okay, there. Garage level 16 and on garage level 16 in January this year. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Interesting. All right, you're up. Railroad bustle at 20 seconds. Unfortunately, because that is a really bad time, you don't deserve my best. Riverine launch at 26. Oh wait, this is a threat. This is a threat. Did I? Oh. I know now. Okay, so again, the 100 cars thing, I think the 100 cars thing, I think it's like probably garage level 15, if you ask me. Along the scene. Can I beat this time? Wait, what? Okay, this is actually a bad time for this guy. You know what? Ultima. Double roundabout 30. This looks like a beatable time using the CN. You know what? I'm gonna try that. This is like an absolute madman move right here. This is a bad time. That is a horrible time for the Chiron. So you know what? I'm just not gonna even. All right, let's do it. Right, let's go. You have the Inferno car? Unfortunately, no. I think you mentioned that probably because I mentioned the grab hump. Yeah. Hey. Got him. Okay. This is a tough time. But I was able to use the Ace Spark Owl to beat this time in 26 seconds. I could be wrong though. Alright, let's do it. Okay. I was moving pretty desperately at the time. Okay. Okay. This one's a pretty tough time, but I think I can beat this. If you ask me, the 911 GT3, the really slow 911 GT3 is actually a sign that I could probably beat this guy. Come on. Got him. Okay, how did I not crash with that stun? Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna go all the way. Sure. I already beat this guy, but let's see if I can beat him even more. Though this sounds like a bad idea. Got him. Sub 31 seconds. Oh my god. Okay, I don't need to beat that other race. Okay. 2 more races. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Is the McLaren Senna no good for Gauntlet? Yes, it's really good for Gauntlet. Although the Senna is really good for twisty tracks. Like for those tracks that involves a lot of cornering and a lot of acceleration. That's like the only good. That's like those are the places where the Senna is preferred. .3 seconds, Gizira. Oh boy, I think I walked it. .25 seconds. Paris of the. Oh, this guy's a legitimate threat. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to be careful with this guy. This guy's an actual threat. I need to... No. Vineyard Voyage. What is my best car for Vineyard Voyage? You know what? Whatever. I've never said this on stream, but fine. If I lose, I lose. Not really much I can do. And then for Gizira, I think I have no other choice. No, don't even think about it. Just... okay. This guy's an actual threat. So I'm treading very carefully. Oh no, I missed. Oh boy. Wrecked. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't expect the Devil 16 to actually perform good in Gizira. Okay. Oh well, I kind of knew I was gonna lose that one, even if I did do well, so... Geg. This one is concerning though. I may have a little bit of a chance because this is higher rank, but that doesn't really do much. 25 seconds for It's a Twister is actually pretty crazy. Oh no! I was neck and neck! Okay. If I lose this one, that means I'm cooked. This guy's lap time is like really cooked. "25 seconds Paris of the East." I've never seen this time before. Yep, I'm cooked. Wrecked. Alright. I don't even have to see the other ones. I'm just wrecked. Yeah, I'm just wrecked. I don't even have to try. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I walked into that one. Alright, one more race. What do you mean he got the hacks? No! No, he didn't have the hacks on. That was a legitimate alien driver. Okay. "10, 20, 10, 20. Okay. How do I determine if I can take this guy on? If the track that this is if you're going with a random challenge opponent, alright? This is my trick. If it is a track that if this race, you know you cannot win, it's 0. If it's a 50% chance that if you have a reasonable chance to win, it's 10. If you know you can win, it's 20. Right? So if you know you can wipe the floor with this guy, 20, 20, 20, 20, 100%. Okay? If it's more than 50%, take him on. If it's less than 50% and you kind of don't want to risk it, don't even think about it. Go lower, all right? That's my trick, all right? So, Urban Rush, quite a lot of people actually fail this track because unfortunately you cannot see the lap times, right? So yeah. 10, 20, 10, so that's 40, right? 20, so that's 60. Since it's already 60, I'll take him on. 27.3. Okay. You deserve the serious treatment. "24 seconds, Helvet? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, wait. I need to strat. I need to strat. Okay, Riverine launch 25 seconds. Okay. Strat. Wall Street. No. Don't even think about it. Not yet. Or Hellvale. I've not used this car for Hellvale, but I might as well do it now. La Boca. My best car for La Boca is literally the SF90. So I have no choice. Then Wall Street Ride. Well, I have no choice. Alright. Yeah, really interesting opponents are usually the ones that you have to plan around, that you have to plan ahead. Like, you have to plan around. Is the Acura NSX 2017 good? Yes. Are you talking about the vanilla one, or are you talking about the vanilla one or the Evo? Because honestly, both of them, whether they're Evo or not, they're actually pretty good. Because remember, if you can use every single car over and over again, everybody would just be using Vandas every time. Like, no questions asked. But unfortunately, every car in your garage is like single use. And they said the Cian is trash. That's actually my fastest time yet so far that doesn't use an Evo car. Okay. Hellvale 24 seconds. That is a threat. My fastest non-Evo car time is like, I think 24.5 using the first sport. Okay, this guy. Okay. 50-50. If I lose this one, that's gonna be a very steep uphill battle. Oh my god. Let's go. Come on! Okay. I'm 99% sure I can win this. A while ago I was able to do 26 point... Or was it 25? That flat spin was uncalled for. I swear. So that ruined my run. Alright. I want to see again. What is the next? Sudden death. Right then. Alright. May the best driver win. This is sudden death mode already. Well, there went everything. So close. But the owl just had to spit. My god. Oh well, too bad. Lightning struck me, so geck. That was unfortunate. Oh well. Uh no, 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 no. I don't want to quit the game. All right. So what was that? Oh yeah, jumping jacks. Subway No, that wasn't the subway entrance. That wasn't the subway entrance. That was the bridge. Or sorry, that was the New York Bridge. All right. Anyway, right. So I want to do a quick check. Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick check on my 998 subscribers. Oh boy. I just need 2 subscribers. Oh my god, so that I can reach, like 1,000 subscribers. All right, whatever. You know what? Let's get locked in. 330 jumping jacks. I think for the next one, I think I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to get my shoes on because or after 45 minutes, I think the soreness on my feet already went away. It's good, but I have a feeling it's gonna come back a little worse considering that I haven't given it the. I was able to do like 500 jumping jacks, not straight, but like on multiple intervals. So, right. So that's what we're gonna do. 200, 130. Right? Get to the 200. One, five, seven, eight, nine, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 20, 1, 5, 7, 8, 9, 7, 5, 1, 5, 8, 5, 1, 5, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 1, 80, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, one, 20, 1, Oh my god. If you got if you guys haven't subscribed yet, what the heck? Oh, that's new. Wait, hold on. Okay, never mind. If you guys have not subscribed yet, bro, I just did approximately 530 jumping jacks for you guys. I don't know if you I don't know if that is subscribe worthy. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. I'm literally 1,000. I'm literally 2 subscribers away from 1,000 right now. I would definitely appreciate it if you guys subscribe. My God. Oh my God. Wait. 999 subscribers. Okay. Right. I just need to do the 130. Now I know that some of you guys are probably gonna troll me. There's a very high likelihood that that there are some of you guys who are gonna troll me by literally subscribing so that I can get to 1,000 subscribers. And then when I finally celebrate, you guys are gonna unsubscribe. I already know that trick. I've already seen that way too often. So I'm not gonna officially celebrate. I'm technically celebrating the 1,000 subscriber mark preemptively, so that I don't have to do it again when people start trolling me by unsubbing. I already know that trick. I'm sorry. Okay, 130 to go. Let's do it. For me, doing 100 is actually not that difficult, to be honest. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, six, 5. Yeah, psychologically speaking, it's actually easier to do 100. Yeah, realistically speaking, it's psychologically easier to do 100 than do 200, because at least you know that there's like, you know, there's like the goal is within reach. Now trying to back then, I think last October when I did the 500 jumping jacks, like in my mind that felt like a Herculean task. Herculean task. There you go. Because you guys know the Greek hero Hercules, the demigod. Like he's known to be like incredibly like superhuman strength. So if you're gonna compare the 12 labors, you would think that if you're gonna look at the 12 labors, that's basically the equivalent of things that you think that only Hercules could do. That's why Herculean task. But no, I'm not gonna admit that I'm not going to outright admit that I'm Hercules or something. That's a big fat lie. And I can show it to you guys. You guys think that I can do jumping jacks with this? This is a 20-pound weight. It is so heavy that the other side also says 20 pounds. Compared to what I typically use. what I typically use for jumping jacks is 10 pounds. That the other side says 4.5 kilograms. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. I am not jacked enough to perform jumping jacks with this. There's absolutely no way. The only reason why I have this is so that I can perform those leg raise exercises and keeping my upper body on the floor. That's literally it. So that whenever I have to perform like leg raises like this, right? Sometimes I would perform leg raises with weights on my legs, so that it's a little bit more difficult, because I feel like performing 100 of them doesn't really do much. So if I do like 100 of these, it feels super cheap. But if I do weights, the problem now is that my legs are now more heavier, that I end up leaning forward. So what I end up doing is that I put this on my chest to make sure that I don't accidentally lean forward. Guess what? Oh my god, this is tougher than I thought. I have two. Just so you know, I don't use them for actual weights. It's just to weigh. It's literally just to weigh me down. I'm not going to do exercises with this like ever. I wish I can reach that, but probably no. Like realistically speaking, maybe I would do that. Oh my god, this is. I need to stop. I need to stop yapping. I just need to complete the 30. It's just 30. Come on. One, five, seven, eight, nine, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30, 5. There you go. 600, total of 665 jumping jacks. All right, here. All I have to do is do 335 remaining. Oh my god. Okay. All right. That was an insane. That was an insane. Yeah, that was definitely an insane cardio. How many calories? Oh my god, that's a lot of calories. Holy crap. But I wasn't on workout mode right now, so there's a possibility that my fitness tracker didn't pick up all of that. All right. All right. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's put it to 30 minutes. I think I can handle 30 minutes. Right. If you ask me, the multiplayer right now is absolute pain. Or relatively speaking, it's kind of pain. Because of the simple fact that it's literally invaded by. Yes, I'm currently at 999 subs. But whether I reach 1,000 subs or not in this stream, that's completely okay. There's a very high likelihood that I'm gonna reach like 1,000 like tomorrow. Now, if you ask me, I'm okay with just 999 subs within this stream, because I know I've already seen like other content creators. They reach like 1,000 subs. Yeah, they reach like 1,000 subs, and then once they reach 1,000 subs, it's like people are starting to unsubscribe so that they keep trolling the creator. The Veyron GS is like here. Oh my god. And the XJ220S is over here. Oh my god. Why? Why? Just wait a minute. Do I not have this max? I do not have this max. You know what? Fine. Oh, really? $1K subs. Oh my god, finally. Okay. TGC4, thank you for joining in. I'm not gonna celebrate yet. I'll celebrate at the end of this stream. Alright? This is like too early because some people might unsub. And I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be people who are gonna troll me and try to unsub. Alright? Yes, 1,000 subscribers. We're gonna celebrate by the end of this when the stretch break happens, alright? Don't celebrate too early because you might have jinxed it. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry for killing the mood if I did say that. But sometimes stuff happens. I usually say that as a replacement for the S word. I know that. I know that word is not that bad, to be honest, but I want to be YouTube friendly if I'm gonna get monetized, which I'm probably not gonna be monetized even if I do get 1,000 subs at the moment. So, all right, let's get to MP1, and of course, like and lobby. Oh, India. Okay, nice. It's nice seeing India back. Oh my god. Race ruined. I just wanted to say good luck, man. Create more videos and gotta go. All right, TGZ. Thank you. I guess. Thank you for that. I hope you enjoy my latest short. And also, please do if you have not subscribed. I'm guessing that I'm guessing that you are a 1,000 subscribers. So I am gonna be uploading something big soon. Hopefully my garage tour when the Mistral and the Jetty, the Gineta Aquila shows up. Can you imagine? I reach garage level 60 with 279 cars, and then one season later, I suddenly showed up with 9 cars. Subway surfing. All right, let's do it. You are the 1,000 sub. All right, nice. Whoa. Okay, that nearly killed me. And somebody teleported. Wait, is it like a neon? Nope, nope. That would have been an awesome block though. But nah. Oh well, no block today. Oh, you know about the mythical horror that is the New York subway entrance. Yeah. Last week, I think what happened was that when I was in a private lobby, I tested the race on the city that never sleeps. Some of you who are regularly subscribed to my YouTube shorts, because that's my most views. Almost 3 consecutive YouTube shorts was literally in the track The City That Never Sleeps, and very consistently the subway entrance is like consistently like it's basically a racer filter or something, or basically it's a race filter. It was actually me that crashed. Oh, yikes. Now, to be honest, if it's like from inside the subway and then coming out, that's pretty bad. But if it's like entering the subway, it's not as bad, or like the chances that happens is like it's kind of less. Like it still happens if you go too fast and then you hit the ceiling, then yes, that happens. But it doesn't happen as often compared to when you're going like the other way. All right. +2. My God. Let's hope I can get to Champion 1 in this stream, because I have a strange feeling that I won't. But it doesn't mean I won't try. I'm still gonna try anyway. Nevada. Alright. I think tomorrow I'm going to post a new short. Yeah, I'm gonna post a new short tomorrow about Nevada. It's gonna be nothing special, but I'm actually interested. Though I'm actually a little interested in what comments spawn out of it. Ah, saved it. I actually thought I was gonna die there, because I think I jumped wrong. Okay. Evo Lycan can do well in Champion 1 if you can block those cars, since that can go up to 500 kilometers. Very evil plan. Purodova, thank you for joining in. However, here's the thing. The only good reason why I would use the Lycan is, realistically speaking, if you ask me, the only reason why I would use the Lycan is if the Chiron ran out of fuel. That's literally it, if you ask me. Because there were some people who were like, which is better, the Lycan or the Chiron? Is this even a question? The Lycan can only go up to 335 or 350 on neutral, though, of course. Can only go up to 350 with the right 450 with the right tunes. Its major impediment is, the major thing that is stopping it from performing well and being a legitimate threat to the Chiron is its drifting performance. Evo unfortunately does not solve the its speed loss when turning or drifting. Because if you ask me, that is like the biggest problem of the Lycan. Is its handling. The Chiron can definitely round corners pretty well, and can therefore maintain its speed much better than the Lycan with less effort. Now, there are some people who are definitely going to think, well, you can keep the Lycan at 300. You can keep the Lycan at 300 plus kilometers per hour with if you're like really good at driving. Well, yeah, but that's the major impediment. If you're like a non-alien driver, if you're like a normie driver, then the Lycan is going to be a problem. If you're a normie driver. Now, if you're an alien driver and you can basically wipe the floor of the entirety of Champion League using only a stock Lycan, then I'm not gonna stop you. Then, all right, you're an alien. All right, sure. But the average Lycan driver or the average Evo Lycan driver probably cannot do that. This Lycan can sometimes bounce whenever you try to do a floaty. Okay, yeah. However, if you ask me, realistically speaking, the Chiron's floaty is actually more consistent. Like, regardless of how you slice it, the Chiron's floaty is more consistent. And heck, it can even floaty even if you're not trying. You just have to go like 400 kilometers per hour. I mean, that's kind of consistent with most of the S-Class cars that can go faster than 400 kilometers per hour, right? So there's that. So within the driver's same skill set, within the driver's same skill set, the Chiron is still gonna do better. Now, if you're talking about an alien driver, then the Chiron is still gonna do better either way. If you can do more with the same skill or with lesser skill, that means you can do even more with the same skill. So this is not even a contest. Now, if you're talking about Evo Lycan versus non-Evo Chiron, okay. Unfortunately, it's still no contest. Rev Rohan, hello, thank you for joining in. $3,002. Consistently, the Ultima is actually a very consistent car. Surprisingly enough. But you know what? I'm not gonna use the Ultima for now. Let's troll a little bit. Asphalt Discord's most hated car. Because of its incredibly high unlock requirement and its kinda mid stats. If you ask me, realistically speaking, the reason why people keep bad-mouthing this car is because of its relatively mid-acceleration, but they deliberately ignore its monster nitro stats. How are you? I'm okay. Relatively speaking, I'm okay. I just performed like 665 jumping jacks just now. I did not add that extra ones deliberately to not make it cursed. I'm gonna have to do the remaining 335 after my multiplayer run, so that I can celebrate my 1,000 subscribers. I have previously performed 500 jumping jacks without rest back in October. Unfortunately, if I do that right now, there's a very high chance that I'm going to be unable to perform more. So basically, I'm segmenting the 1,000 jumping jacks workout into 3 different sessions, so that I don't kill my feet. Actually, here's something really weird. If you're gonna look up right now, alright, there's this strange article that showed up on my feed one day where they said this is the minimum amount of jumping jacks that you should perform at your age. Without reading the article, I got off my butt and I performed 200 jumping jacks straight. And by straight, I mean, I understand that some of you here are ESL, alright? English as second language or something. Or whatever, secondary language. And I'm not gonna judge you for that. Performing X number straight means, in workouts means, you perform this amount without any breaks in between, right? Without taking any breaks, I performed 200 jumping jacks straight. However, I felt like I could do more. I did not read the article. And then when it jumped back to the article, I read it again. Wait, it only goes up to 70? What? Yeah, so however, here's the thing. Based on if some of you have been watching since the start of this stream, some of you guys may have noticed, based on how I perform jumping jacks, is very different. It doesn't pronounce the whole number. Basically, the idea is I'm minimizing the amount of breath that I use to perform to say the repetition, so that I can easily keep track of my repetitions. So basically, I found a balance of saving my breath and at the same time still vocalizing the amount of repetitions that I need. Because if I'm gonna breathe out, if I'm gonna exhale, I might as well make use of it. It's free real estate. But I don't want to spend too much of my oxygen. Sorry, I don't want to spend too much of my breath to say the number when, you know, I should be performing the exercise. Because let's say, for example, you have to say the repetition 77. That is a lot of breath that you wasted trying to perform the jumping jacks. That's why it seems like quite a lot of people fail at 70 for straight jumping jacks. That's something that I noticed. So that's why I count by 20s. I used to count by 10s, but now I count by 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 2, 1, 20. That's the hack. If you count by 10s, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna lose track of what round number are you at. You just counted like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, what number was I at? You know, I'll just start over again. 20. 1, 2, 3. But the problem is that you're already at 70, so yeah, that's a problem. Jaden, hello, thank you for joining in. And also thank you for the greeting. At the moment, I have already performed 665 jumping jacks in total. Trying to celebrate also my my probably 1,000 subscriber count. Now, I'm not declaring it like immediately that I'm at 1,000 subscribers because I know that some of you guys are trolls here and you're gonna unsub. So I'm already calling it out so that you don't do it. I know that you guys are gonna do it, but since I call it out, that means you're not gonna do it. So, gotcha. But even then, I know some of you are still gonna do it anyway. Whoa, traffic check. Bro brought a Huracan in. Bro brought a Huracan in Champion League, really? Like, I remember when the HoloLive event appeared last year, the first time it showed up, I said, I'm surprised they didn't make Ollie. They didn't make Vanda the Ollie decal. The Vanda is Southeast Asian, specifically Singaporean. I understand Ollie is Indonesian, so that's the closest thing, I guess. But number two, you also have to consider the Vanda just won't die, and Ollie is a zombie, so that could have been awesome, but oh well. And they also could have made Nerissa. They could have made Nerissa the decal for the Mustang because, you know, American. But then again, to be honest, I wouldn't expect the Mustang to be Nerissa's car. Like, to be fair, the Noble M600 is actually a better fit for her since like it's a relatively elegant elegant for her or something like that. Anyway, whatever. All right. Oh, first port. All right. On. I'm at a disadvantage. I'm using an agility car in a speed track, but that's not really my choice. I think earlier today I just performed an insane overtake streak. A Scorpio Plays, thank you for joining in. Oh my god, I'm actually surprised a bigger YouTuber than me actually showed up. Thank you for joining in. If my subscriber count actually keeps up, I guess I'm now in the 1,000. I'm in the 1,000 club. But I can't be so sure yet, so yeah. 2736. Okay, I think I already ran out my... Okay. This is a horrible idea. It happened before. So I might... There's a possibility it might happen again. So we're gonna do it! We're gonna do it. A while ago, what happened was I recorded a race where I was using the McLaren Senna, and literally everybody was using an Evo car. And then there's this one guy who was using a Nevera TA. I landed on second. How? I honestly have no idea. But that was a oh god, sandbagger. But hey, that was a pretty awesome sight though. Yeah, that was a pretty awesome sight where I overtake streak an entire Evo lobby. I'm probably gonna post that soon. Nope. Oh, dang it. SF90 sandwiched me. The Unbreakable experience. Dang it, no. Okay, kick. That would have been an awesome second place, but no. Kick. Unbreakable. The average Unbreakable experience. I think currently that is my fourth. I think currently that's my fourth most watched short right now. Interesting enough, I actually heard a lot of good things about the GTR Neon. So there's a very, very large chance that I'm gonna be able to max out the GTR Neon this season within the Sonic Spotlight. I guess that's gonna be my next car that I'm gonna be upgrading. Because right now I'm focused on the heck. Oh boy, it's Ancient Rome again. Right now, I am currently focused on, what is this? Nope. Wait, did a speed tail just fall off? Whoa. Oh, timer's up already. Okay, okay. Okay, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to... Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna complete this car, and I'm gonna complete the Ultima, because I actually intended the Ultima. If you ask me this... Wait. No. No. I have a chance. Tuscany. No way. Third place? No! Tuscany came in clutch. I just tanked a Lycan lobby, holy shit. Sorry for swearing. I just tanked a Lycan lobby, holy fudge cake. Lycan, SF90, Jesco, Lycan. As some people would say in my YouTube shorts, the race went in your favor. And yeah, understandable. Like that video. Like those videos are skill non-issue where those videos where the entire lobby just falls off. Because again, Tuscany is a very drifty track. It's a very technical track. It focuses on drifting than speed. Nope. Let him have it. Whoa! Hashtag let them fight. Nope. Imagine if Unbreakable is not a bumper car lobby, I'm basically playing Sekiro or something. Wait, what happened? Okay. BMW Z4 Sandbagger. Wait, what happened to the Speedtail? He was at my butt a while ago. The Speedtail was at my butt a while ago. How did he? I think he got unlucky, I guess. Alright. Last car. For real. I guess this is my final chance to get to champion 1 in this stream. Sometimes it's holy skill, yes. Nanally from NTE. Sometimes it's holy skill. And I guess sometimes it's also, you know, lightning struck everyone except me. That jump was too high. The good thing about the Ultima is that the Ultima is actually pretty balanced. It is a speed car, but that's not its greatest strength. It's reasonably agile, but then again, of course, there's more agile cars than this one. So I'd say it's a good balance between the two. But the combination doesn't suck, which is good. Like, I would say that if you're gonna give this car as a free try, this is a good benchmark car. It is a good car to test for. It is a good car to test. It's a good car for testing. Like, if you ask me, don't judge your skill based on how well you handle the Vanda, because realistically speaking, the Vanda is like incredibly easy to use. Like, realistically speaking, the best car to judge your skill on is probably the Ultima. Because the Ultima can actually handle both. The Ultima can handle like almost any track. It's like, imagine, how do you put this? It's basically the Swiss Army knife of cars in this game. Where it is only good if the user is actually really good at using it. Like that one. Now obviously it's like there's definitely a threshold of you know, skill for that. Like, for example, the Ultima is placed next to the Cian, right? Yeah, the Ultima is placed next to the Cian. The Cian is more of a agility car, because the car has very long nitro. The Ultima RS definitely has like relatively okay nitro, but then it's like reasonably okay to use. Meanwhile, the Regera exists. Where's the Regera? The Regera's not here. Dang it. The Regera is definitely really fast. Like, the Regera is really fast, and the drifting is like. Isn't the Aston Martin Valkyrie goof? I'm not sure about that. If you ask me, the only thing bad about the Aston Martin Valkyrie, the non-Evo Valkyrie, compared to the cars that it is next to, it's like it's not that fast. Like, it is exactly at 400 kilometers per hour. Or no, it's not exactly at 400 kilometers per hour. The Evo, its Evo tune can go up to 400 kilometers per hour. So in the world of, in the context of the other cars, in its rank bracket, it's kind of closer to a realistically speaking, it's closer to a agility car. Now, I have not used the Valkyrie extensively, to be honest. Okay, okay. That was a bad. Like, in a lot of ways, if you ask me, the Valkyrie is in a lot of ways is a faster is primarily a faster Valhalla, but it can floaty better. Now, if you're a relatively young player, I guess, if you're a relatively younger player that you probably don't have like a lot of S-class cars that can go 400 kilometers per hour, I have a strange feeling that you don't get that. So I would suggest you watch other videos talking about floaty drift. But point is, it is a really good car for steering, and it's also pretty fast as well. The only thing that I don't like about it is obviously its nitro it runs out too quickly like the Valhalla. But I think the acceleration that it comes with is actually pretty good as well. Okay, so unfortunately I did not reach Champion 1. I'm probably gonna excuse me. I'm probably gonna reach Champion 1 before the next multiplayer season. Alright. Right. Let's do it. I have spoke a lot this I have spoke a lot this like for approximately 3 hours. I think it's already 3 hours. 3 hours? Dang, it's already 3 hours. For approximately 3 hours already, I think I already spoke a lot. And as well as I already did like almost 600 jumping jacks. Oh my god. Alright. Final stretch. So, quick check on my sub count. Alright. But just to be sure, let me look at YouTube Studio. 1,000 subs. I actually never thought I would reach 1,000 subs. Like I thought I was always gonna be stuck at approximately 100. I thought I was gonna be stuck at 100 subs. All right. Okay. Let's do it. 335 pumping jacks. This is the final stretch before we can finally complete it. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be able to do this again, but hey, stuff. 335 jumping jacks. Let's go. 6, 7, 8, 5, 140, 7, 8, 9, 15, 8, 7, 5, 160, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay. Goes next on. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for the greeting. Oh my god. So, if my feet is not burning up from the friction, it seems like I found another problem with performing jumping jacks. So, in the case of jumping jacks, usually you would be jumping typically uh with your feet, with with your ankles, rather with your calves. Sorry. So your calves is the one is actually the one jumping, and not your thighs to form the big jump, right? But when you're performing jumping jacks, another thing that you would actually consider is the fact that you are using your arms to do this motion. Now I realized I think my shoulders are burning up, and I have not done any kind of uh any weight related I have not done any kind of weight related exercise like this. The shoulder rolls, as they would call it. But hey, I think this is good exercise for your shoulders if you're trying to avoid your hands from getting friction from holding weights. All right, I need to do one more 135. Accidentally auto tracking my ankles for some reason. That means my body's like loosening up too much. 100, 5, 6, 7, 5, 1, Just a little more. All I have to do is perform 35. All I need to perform is 35. Oh my god. And I'm gonna have to win. The good thing that this isn't that cold. It's like 27. Have to do 35. Water in here. Oh, this is not sponsored by lttstore.com. I wish though. You know, it's a good thing that I actually didn't. It is a good thing that it did not do that 1,000 jumping jacks in like in one go. Because realistically speaking, if you ask me, I'm probably not gonna survive that 1,000 jumping jacks. My God. Anyway, so wait, I have all right. So for those who are watching this as a VOD, and for those who are currently watching right now, either way, I guess that's the end of the stream. So I have not really much else to say other than thank you for joining in, as well as thank you for the 1,000 subs. So I'll be honest, it has been a very, very long journey since I have started. Uh, Technically speaking, I did not start this channel 2 years ago. I started this channel almost 10 years ago when I was just stuff posting, or rather S posting back then. Like relatively low effort but high. It's like low effort content but high editing quality kind of deal back then. So yeah. So next week, as usual, uh, hopefully I'm gonna have to. Yeah, next week, unfortunately, uh, I'm not gonna be streaming on Friday because Friday is realistically speaking a very uh, I wouldn't say it's problematic. It's more of like a I'm only streaming on Friday because slowly the events started creeping forward in terms of the day of the week. It usually starts like Tuesday, and then slowly they're trying to move it back to Thursday or something like that. But it just so happened that the 4th of July event just so happened to start today, which is all, which is also my birthday. So I guess for the Americans out here, happy 4th of July, happy birthday to your country, I guess. regardless of what their political leanings are. That's not really. I'm not here to discuss that. But I guess it's also an opportunity for me to celebrate my birthday. But I'm pretty sure a lot of Americans are probably gonna forget that. But either way, all I can say, thank you guys for watching. Do subscribe for more of my content. I'm not gonna stop, obviously. If anything, the 1,000 subs is probably just gonna motivate me to actually post even more frequently. Realistically speaking, I have been slacking a little bit, to be honest. Like, I'm only posting like on average, like 5 shorts every 2 weeks, which is not optimal for me. If anything, I would want to post like 5 shorts every weekend. That's what I wanted to do, but it's so difficult for me to actually get consistency. But either way, thank you guys for joining in, and thanks again for a ride, and hope to see you next week. So next week I'm gonna be streaming on Saturday this time, and then I'm slowly gonna creep it back. Slowly and surely, I'm gonna creep back my schedule back to Monday or Tuesday. But that's not gonna happen like ASAP. I want it to happen like gradually. And also, do watch out for my. I have decided the title of this video for a very long time, since last year. Do watch out for my ultimate EXP farming guide. Do watch out for that. I already have the cards for me to deal. I have enough cards to actually properly record that video now. So hopefully I'm gonna be able to release that. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to finish editing that video this week. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to actually publish the video this week. But this week I'm gonna finish up editing, and then maybe shortly next week I'm gonna be able to finally release it. Hopefully. So anyway, thank you guys for joining in. See you next time.